Hello everyone, I will be exposing Steven Crowder. Steven created a video called Debunked Top 5 Climate Change Myths, where he tried to debunk climate change. Later, a YouTuber named Potholer54 debunked Steven's video.
Top 5 Climate Myths by Steven Crowder.
There might have been consensus that the Earth was flat among certain circles. Truth revealed that it wasn't.
Yes, he's absolutely right. It's not determined by consensus. Although, come on, it's not determined by revealed truth either. Science isn't religion, so it's determined by evidence, what's known as observation and inference. Scientific theories get accepted and made part of the teaching curriculum not because most scientists vote for them, but because they're supported by what's called the overwhelming preponderance of evidence, which is published in respected scientific journals.
Truth. There are possibly more of these soulless killing monsters on Earth today than ever, certainly since we've begun monitoring them.
What's that got to do with the issue of whether the Earth is warming, whether carbon dioxide is the cause, and whether it'll cause stronger hurricanes, increased salination, droughts and floods, and sea level rise, and acidification of the oceans and fewer coral reefs and more coastal erosion? Crowder tells us to go to his website for his source, which I did. It's a blog called factcheck.org. It says there has indeed been a rise in polar bear numbers since the 1970s, due mainly to legislation banning polar bear hunting. And it also says many scientists believe that due to climate change and resulting environmental factors, the trend is reversing. Now remember, this is Crowder's source, and funnily enough, he never mentioned any of this.
So where does the myth come from that the ice sheets are melting? The net gain being the key words, slowed down to only 82 billion tons.
But Greenland, Steve, you still haven't given us the figure for Greenland.
I know what you're thinking. Okay, numbers are relative.
No,
billions,
I'm
it's
thinking,
hard to
why do you
quantify.
only give us the figure for one ice sheet that happens to fit your narrative that ice sheets aren't melting, but you won't give us the figure for the other ice sheet? So I'll do it myself. While Antarctica may be gaining ice to the tune of 82 billion tons a year, Greenland is losing ice to the tune of 269 billion tons a year. In other words, on a global scale, the ice sheets are indeed melting away at the rate of around 187 billion tons a year. That's a net melt of 187 cubic kilometers of ice every year. And if we add in glaciers and sea ice, the net melt is even larger.
So where does the myth come from that the ice sheets are melting?
Well, Steve, it comes from an appraisal of measurements taken of both ice sheets, not just the one you happen to read because it's been copied and pasted on the blogosphere. It comes from people who read the scientific literature, not blogs. And it comes from NASA, the people whose results you believe for Antarctica, but quietly ignoring Greenland. Ice sheets, glaciers and sea ice are melting, and the rate of melt is accelerating. Temperatures have been rising to record levels, even when increased pollution and lower solar output should have been sending temperatures lower. And while we all tend to focus on atmospheric temperatures, remember that climate scientists look at the Earth as a whole. 90% of the extra heat is going into the oceans, which have also fulfilled the predictions of warming.
Potholer54 has great counter-arguments against Steven's. His video is much longer with more detail. How Steven was wrong. I'll put a link in the description below to his video, so you can check it out. A couple more videos were made by Potholer54, proving Steven didn't do the research. And last, if you click on the link to Steven's climate change video, you'll notice it has been privated. You cannot find his video anywhere on his channel. You can only find a re-upload of the video by someone else. I searched his channel and nothing comes up about the climate change myths. I like to keep my videos short. So I'll end with asking Steven Crowder's fans some questions. Why did Steven Crowder set his video to private after Potholer54 uploaded his videos? Didn't Steven spread fake news? If not, why did he private his climate change video? Thank you for taking the time to watch my content. I encourage you to have an open mind and watch both Steven's and Potholer54's video. Until next time.
Oh, is that what they told you? Well, so you're just lazy with your research?